she asked. I said, okay, and here we go. Hey y'all, APG Jamie here, and I'm happy that you're here too. So I got this niece. She's an old niece. I've had her for a long time. Any hoodles. She says, Aunt Lynn, because that's what they call me, Aunt Lynn. Could you make me a bookmark? Because I would love to have a piece of your original artwork. And I said, why, absolutely, Candy. You sure can. It's been, I told her I had some things coming up. So it would be a minute or 5. So that's what we're doing. And I got some of these dies from the vault in honor of Mother's Day. Just saying. So we're going to use a couple of them. There is a list of ingredients in the description below the video. And I used silver tape. I put it on top of cardstock, and then we die cut it, and I used an embossing folder so it had some texture. And now we're putting alcohol inks on there to add a little bit of color. And when it dries, it's pretty light. You can kind of tell in the photo montage, which will come up in a couple of days. And I have some of that. Y'all remember when we made the vintage aged film strip stuff? Well, I'll link to that video below, in the description. Maybe I'll link in the upper right hand corner. I mean, hey, it could happen, right? On how we actually did that, because that's kind of fun too. It involves the alcohol as well. And how many bookmarks did I make? Oh, we're marking books. We're making bookmarks so we could find our place in a book that we're reading. Oh, there's that faux film strip thing. And I'm using some Tim Holtz ephemera. I don't know what they're particularly called. Found relatives or photos. I don't know. They used to come in a box. Now I think they just come in a bag because it's cheaper that way. And I decided to color this one up with my ohuhu markers. Thanks, Fawn, again. They're still working good for me. And I'm just going to color up her little flowers. I think I put a little... do I put makeup on her? Now I don't even remember. I guess I will have to. Oh, I didn't. Cause see, I am having screen issues again. I don't know. I think the dogs must be bumping my camera. Well, somebody is. Anyway. So I didn't. I got off screen. So. I just colorized it, and you have to let that dry for a while because it takes a while because it's a slick surface on those Timmy photo things. And now I'm taking the frame and gluing it onto just a piece of craft cardstock, and then I'm going to stamp inside of it. I don't remember what it was, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, it's been a couple days since filming. In editing too, because it was filmed and then it was edited. I don't know, a couple days after it was filmed. I guess it's been a while, been a minute. So we got out our little Studio G alpha stamps. They're handy. I keep a set here on my desk. Is it an actual upper and lower case set? No, but I thought they worked well together, so I made them a set. Okay. I got these way back, y'all. You remember when Michael's would have the stuff for $1? Yeah, that's when these were got. Back when stuff was $1 at Michael's for their little stuff. I don't know how much it is now. I'm not crazy about going into Michael's. I like the old Michael's that we had, but as y'all know, they closed that several years ago. I still miss that old Michael's because I never did care too much for the new one. Anyway, I know. Third world problems. Third world? First world. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get hate typed up for that one. So now I'm just going to glue the photograph underneath our faux film strip that we made whenever we made it. It's probably been at least a year, more or less. And I'm using glossy accent because typically that works well for plastic. Although, I noticed when I went to put this in the envelope that a couple of the edges had lifted up. So I put some double-sided tape underneath there, and that for sure will hold it. And you can't even tell. Just saying. Probably should have used it from the get-go. You know, sometimes I don't get go. Well, because, you know, sometimes I don't. Anywho, as per usual, the nozzle stops out, so you got to stop and clear it from time to time. And I tried to position this so that there wasn't a whole lot of heavy aging on her face and stuff. I don't think I painted her face. I truly, I don't even remember. I guess we can tell in photo montage. Now, I do recommend you wait for stuff to dry before you trim it, just because it works more better that way. I'm not doing it that way, but it does really, truly work more better that way. So here we are trimming her out. It's a bookmark, y'all. It's what we're making. Bookmarks. We're marking books. Marking our plate. Saving our spot even. Okay. Oh, there we go. It's just get the needle again. I'd be afraid to leave a needle in this one on account of maybe it would dry and get stuck in there forever. All right. Evidently it's clogged up some more. It's pretty good stuff, but I don't know. Glues the nozzle shut, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. So, just going to stick that on there. And I thought, you know, bookmarks should technically sort of be flattish. Y'all know I kind of have issues with keeping it real flat. So here's the little flowery design we cut out of the same aluminum on cardstock stuff, aluminum tape. You can use real aluminum foil, tin foil even, and you just glue it to your cardstock, and you could do it that way too. Using some fancy tweezer work so I could lay it on there. On my little editing screen, which I've not complained about for some time. I can make it bigger, but I guess I just don't want to. It's hard to tell that the frame is in a blue alcohol ink and the flowers are in a green alcohol ink. But maybe we can tell in photo montage. I know I keep referring over to it, don't I? It's not going to happen for another 30 days at photo montage. Oh, and portions of the video have been sped up, although not greatly sped up, because I heard a rumor that sometimes y'all like to see real-ish time. This is not real time. It is minimally sped up, y'all. Okay? Okay. So we're just tick-a-tacking that down with the end of the tweezers there. And I think I'm going to set some weight on it because we need to weight on it. There's our weight on it. And now I moved on to another one. This just happened to be a little strip of cardstock. And it was on my desk. And then that other piece that's over there, that's the piece of textured wallpaper. Remember, we used that wallpaper on our postcard art exhibit postcard that we made this year. And anyway, that's just a little strip that was left over, and it was darn near the exact perfect serendipitous size. Oh, we get lucky like that, y'all. So we will paint that up and glue it on the back at some point. Now these are those fancy letters off of that one new die from the vault. What's that called? I got it sitting right here. It doesn't say what it's called. It's just got a number. 666606. Well, that's a bit sexy, isn't it? Anyway. Love the font on that. And the numbers are good too, but I love the font. Anyway. Being how there was sort of some oranges, peaches colors on the front part of the cardstock, I thought would paint it that color-ish, more or less. And the letters that we die cut from a pale orangey, pinky, peachy color. Okay, I know you can hardly see them, but they're on there. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. So, and that's a fuchsia. Gonna use heat gun any day now. Wait for it. Heat gun, y'all. Been a hot minute on that one, hasn't it? Yes, it has. So we dry that up, and we got it pretty good and dry. And now we've got some original tacky glue, that would be aleenes, on the back of our piece of cardstock. And we're going to glue our little strip of textured wallpaper. I think I got that from Shelly over at the Craftin' Mamas when she moved from Hawaii up to the mainland here, Virginia-ish. I don't know for sure. I have her address somewhere, but, you know, off the top of my head, I don't know. Why'd I bring it up? I don't know that either. So I found this pretty teeny tiny thin little ribbon here, and I cut some of that, and that's going to be our floofle. And I thought I want a charm on there because it's just charming. And this dragonfly was sitting there, and I think it's got the color blue on it too. And I'm like, well, serendipity just slapped me all over the place, y'all. So we're putting that on there with a ball chain, little teeny chain thingy. It's so cute. Makes me happy. Hope it stays together good enough for my needs. You're getting more than one of them, Candy, but, you know, you probably already got them in the mail by now, maybe. If things, well, post office. I'm not even going to go there. So I had also cut that doily from one of the die sets there, and I miscut it, so it's kind of got a flat side. And I thought, well, you know what? That's going to fit right on there, too. So that's what we're doing. How you like it? Me sucking them teeth. Y'all, that annoys me. I don't like it. Okay, so we put some weight on that, and I thought, you know, I want a little hole reinforcer, and I don't know. I had some of that scrap orange from the font that we die cut, and I thought, well, let's just make some hearts out of those, and then we'll use that as a hole reinforcer, because you can do that. You got a small little punch or something, a little die or something. You can use that as a hole reinforcer. You just, you know, punch a hole through it with your regular, normal, average size hole punch. Put one on the front, one on the back. Ta-dum! Hole reinforcer. Now, typically, these probably really didn't even need it, but, you know. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to use some of that scorched timber. Oh, I love that color, y'all. Just saying, it's like magic. Who'd have thought? Who would have thought? Secret internet admirer, you turned me on to that color now. So I've got film strip frames we die cut from the vault, whatever set it was, and we have some couple of photo booth strips. These are the earlier kinds. The later ones are slightly larger pictures, photos. This is the earlier releases. Just trimming it down so that it'll kind of fit in there. And this one gets a little wild. Okay? Like, I don't keep it in a linear, whatever, however you want to pronounce that word, you know, straight lineage. I don't keep it in a straight lineage. I get it a little odd lined. Okay? But it's okay. You can do that. Bookmarks don't have to be straight. They can be crooked. They can be round. They can be an envelope, depending on how you pronounce it. You can even use a napkin like from the Happy Panda. You know, that can be a bookmark too. I'm just saying. But these are fancy. Okay? So, yeah. And there's our feller, because I thought we needed a feller because I used that shirt. Those are Tim Holtz ephemera bits. I think that's mostly, well, it's not totally all I use, but it's mostly. And that teeth thing again, good gracious. Put some weight on it. Anyways, see, I'm gonna glue it cockeyed-edge, crooked-edge. It's about a man's shirt stuff. Yeah, that. Gluing it on there. The back is so white. I'm like, I want stuff on the back because this one's a double-sided. You can make double-sided bookmarks if you want to. You don't have to. And I'm going to probably have a little bit of screen issues from time to time. Okay. And I'm like, I want to use a stencil. What stencil do I want to use? Oh, we're going to use coffee colored ink and our coffee stain splatter stencil. Again, it's a Timmy thing, y'all. It's just Timmy Rich all over YouTube. Just saying. Well, maybe not 100%, but you know, he gets his coverage out there. Just saying. So we're putting it on there. A lot of this is not necessarily going to be visible, but I kind of wanted a little, you know, coloration going on there. And then I'm just taking whatever ink is on that brush. And speaking of those brushes, when you hold them, it's a makeup brush from the Dollar Tree, back when things were $1. I know, back when. Anyway, you want to hold it around its whole little head, not just on the handle of the brush, because those break. So now we're going to glue our portrait on, and now we're going to twist him and make him a little cockeyed too, because yeah, get the heavier glue. Heavier glue. Which way? I don't know. Yeah, that way. That's a good way. Okay. Where's our chick? Here she is. I'm going to glue hard. They're going to be back to back. Behind every good man is a better woman. Just saying. Or behind every good woman is a good man. Works kind of the same way there, doesn't it? Anyway. Yeah. Got to get some Ellie Mae's. Got to clamp it together. Makes me feel better sometimes to clamp it together. Not always, but sometimes. Got enough clampets on there, just saying. Okay. Now we got these little bits of film strips, a teeny piece of that faux film strip. And I wanted it to look like it was burnt, so I thought, well, I will just put this scorched timber on there because, you know, it looks like it's burnt. But it didn't want to stick to the plastic too well. So I got out some black craft paint. What brand? I don't know. Don't matter, does it? Don't no matter. I'm just putting a little bit on my finger and just smooshing it around there. And we will set that aside any day and just let that acrylic paint just kind of dry. Okay. I could have easily, and I did really seriously think about getting out a lighter, you know, a candle lighter, matchstick kind of thing to actually burn it. And I thought, no, I don't want to smell that stuff. And these were done over a couple different days, not necessarily even in a row kind of days. So I got these little pictures. See, I'm like, just keep getting off screen. I don't know what is happening. Now I don't know what I'm doing. There, I'm back. My hands are back. I don't know what I was doing. So we're going to glue this on, and everything's just all going to be a little cockeyed now, y'all. So just, prepare yourself for things being crooked. Just saying, because it's all crooked. Trying to glue down the little bits that are where they're touching at and junk like that. And, I don't want it falling apart. No, I don't. Anyway. Yeah, she's stuck on there pretty good. Where we're going to put this one? Something like that. Sure. Okay. Oh, here. Here we go. Here. Oh, let's tuck it under there. We're going to pull that up a little bit. Okay, well, yeah, that's good enough. That'll work. Sure, that'll work. Just glue it right there. I hope I put more glue on it than that, but it's kind of not looking that way, is it? I don't know. Oh, now I don't even know if I glued that whole thing down. Now, oh my goodness. Sticker. This came out of an Amazon notepad thing of stickers. They're vintagey looking pictures turned into stickers, from the slow boat, from the Amazon. So I don't have an actual name to share with y'all. Consider it unbranded. Okay. I'm like, yeah, that's perfect right there. It's perfect. It's okay if everything's a little disjointed here. It don't matter. Oh, scorched timber. Let's put some of you on there. Okay. Oh, there we go. We're going to, oh, thank goodness. I'm like, I didn't know if we put enough glue on there. We have to wait on it. And still waiting on it. What are these? Okay, well, let's take some little chunks out of the edge of this one and bend it and fold it and stuff like that and put some of that scorchiness on there. Who would have thought I like to brown that stinking much? Not me. I mean, it's not like garden patina. Anyway, just gonna go ahead and ink around this other stuff. Got a little finger right there. A little teeny tiny finger, y'all. Pointy finger. Teeny tiny pointy finger. I'm like, yeah, let's use this film strip because why not? We die cut it. Let's use it. Actually, I will go die cut another one. And we'll use the next piece as to sort of reinforce this one, being how this one's going to be kind of sticking off the main structure there. You can make clusters this way too. And bookmarks can be tiny. They don't have to be big. I don't know why I have big in my head. Sometimes I get big eyes. That kind of thing. I'm like, oh yeah. That's going to be perfect, right? One day I'll glue it down. Today might not be that day. Actually, let's put the picture in there first because I want the picture in there. And yeah, these dies were set up so that you could actually have some mini tiny photos like on a proof sheet or something. And you could cut just that little square out if you want to. I'm just taking the ephemera bits and putting them in there, and I'm like, oh, that's so adorable. I like it. And I'm putting my glue on the wrong side. I'm like, I don't know where I want to glue this because I want it to stick out this way so that it's kind of like woven together, but it's not together. Now, look at that big old white square sticking up right there. That's the hazard of gluing this way. You got to wiggle stuff around and, yeah, jump down, go to town boogie. And I'm like, well, let's just put some ink on there. Where's my ink pad? Coffee. I kind of thinking I might want a cup of coffee this afternoon. I don't always, but I might want one today. So that's just like a little watch face out of whatever little ephemera pack. Tim Holtz, just saying. And here's our little pointy finger. Oh, I got out some postage stamps because there's a little pink on this side. And I'm like, well, let's just use that postage stamp. But it's real handy to have those on my desk now that I have that handy little postage stamp folders and box and matchbox kind of stuff. And yeah. Oh, see, there it is. That was sort of recent-ish. Well, at the time of this voiceover anyway. Here's our finger. I want her to get the message, so we're pointing out the message. What does it say off the top of my head? I don't know. But it's a message. You know, subliminal. You know how ants do? You know how you do? You know how your aunts used to do you? Give you little subliminals. And one day you'd be like, oh, I get it. Just saying. So anyway, scorching it up. It's a very unique one, y'all. It's a unique one. So here's that other one. We die cut a second one. I said we're going to use it as a reinforcer on this piece, which just means we're just going to be gluing that, matching it up, and gluing it on there. And it's perfect. It's all crooked, and it's perfect. This side didn't get as decorated as the female side. I just noticed that. Isn't that kind of funny, huh? So I'm like, well, I want to put a floofle, but I don't want a girly floofle, but yet I put lace on it. Anyway, well, maybe her husband needs a bookmark. I mean, you know, he could use a bookmark too. I don't know. She asked for one, and I'm sending her more than one, and she can keep them all or dole them out or put them in a picture frame and hang them on a wall. I don't know. So this is like the quickest, easiest kind of bookmark right here. You take a little tore up piece of fabric strip, make a loop, put it through your big old fancy paper clip, pull the loose tails through, and tighten it up, and then bam-a-lam, you got a bookmark. So here we go. Flippy floppy time. Yeah, I put my name on there. I'm like, you need to know who these came from. Okay, I didn't date them though. That's all right. Don't no matter. There's our one with the wallpaper on the back. I know you can't read it. It says found. They all kind of refer to being found. You know, they're bookmarks. They mark your place. See how crookedy that one is? Isn't it luscious? And in simplicity at its best. Ta-da! Photo montage. I hope you enjoy and like the bookmarks, Candy. I do, because I enjoyed making them. Texture on that one, y'all. That is a textural piece of wallpaper. And that one is so crooked and cockeyed, and you don't know which way it's coming. You stick which end you want to out of the book or not, sideways. Putting a picture. Oh, there you are. You can do more than you can imagine here. It's not what you look at that matters, but what you see. Subliminals. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.